The USC campus getting the all clear after more than 30 tense minutes tonight. It all started around 7 o'clock. USC police, Columbia police, SLED agents swarming campus after an alert went out about an active shooter at the Thomas Cooper Library. Good evening and thanks for joining us for the news at 10. I'm Brian McConkey. That alert issued campus-wide, telling students to barricade themselves and defend themselves. Fortunately, authorities say no evidence was ever found of an active shooter, and that alert went out after an abundance of caution. We have live team coverage tonight with our friendie Clairvaux, who's on campus, also Kiana Jordan, who has reaction from students. We begin with friendie. What are USC police saying tonight?
Yeah, Brian, I can tell you this scene is much quieter than it was about 2 hours ago. I'm standing not too far from the library where this entire area directly behind me here flooded with law enforcement agents and students all trying to figure out what was taking place. I can tell you that Richland County Sheriff's Department was on site, the Columbia Police Department, the USC PD, as well as FBI, all here, all those agencies coming together to solve exactly what took place here. Now, here's what we can tell you about that reported active shooter alert that was sent out. At about 6:30 tonight, USC PD received a report of gunfire just inside the Thomas Cooper Library. Now, after that, an alert was issued telling students to barricade and to protect themselves. At one point, another alert came in saying that it was believed that the shooter was a 6-foot white male with black shorts. Now, during a press conference tonight, USC police telling us that they did not find any shell casings. Again, they did not find any shell casings. At one point, there was a secondary search at the library with a tactical team. Authorities also checked for videos around campus for any evidence, and they tell us nothing came up at all to point to the fact that there was a shooter on campus. They also talked about a video that has been circulating online with a man wearing black shorts with what appears to be either an umbrella or a gun. People are trying to figure out if it was a gun or if it was an umbrella. Authorities tell us that they have not yet authenticated that video, and they cannot say for sure if that video is connected to what happened here at USC. But one thing that authorities are saying is that this incident brings to light what seems to be a troubling trend.
We also have received some reports that there have been some other hoaxes at universities, swatting type calls this week, and there was actually one, I think, in Virginia tonight with a similar scenario where there was gunshots, the sound of gunshots in the phone call to the dispatch center. But we have no suspect. We have no video of anyone with a gun. We understand that there's things circulating on social media that people have been shot, and I think one even said someone has been killed. Those are all false.
And we can tell you that authorities also told us during that press conference earlier tonight that 2 people had received minor injuries. Now, this happened during the evacuation when that alert was sent out and students were sent scrambling because people initially thought that there was an actual active shooter here at USC. And once again, we can tell you at this hour, no evidence of an active shooter here at the University of South Carolina. Reporting live at USC, I'm friendie Clairvaux. Watch Fox News, local first.
Thank you, friendie. Hearing from the police there really puts a lot of this in perspective. That alert that went out caused such panic, not only for students, but also some of their parents at home who were getting the word about that. And then that situation spreading on social media didn't help anything. Many of those parents, of course, dropping students off just a week ago. Good news is, though, again, no evidence of a shooter, but that whole scenario, very real, very frightening to everyone on campus who went through this. We continue our team coverage now with our Kiana Jordan. What are students telling you tonight?
Earlier this evening spread throughout miles of this campus. Earlier this evening, I was near the Russell House where I talked to many freshmen who said they were actually hiding out in the Russell House. What they tell me is that not only are they traumatized from this, they're still in shock and they don't feel safe on campus right now, especially with this being the first week of school. Students say complete pandemonium broke out on the school's campus after students heard other students yelling active shooter.
And then a dude came out the building running saying there's an active shooter. And so we just started running. And then I jumped in a bush just to like find cover.
This is terrifying. I mean, I did not know what was going to happen. I didn't know if we were going to make it out or not.
This USC alert went out to student emails saying there was a possible active shooter on campus Sunday evening at the Thomas Cooper Library. While authorities say they could not find an active shooter, students say there was panic and even injuries after people ran for cover.
Because everybody was so scared when they heard someone open the door where we were hiding. So I think she just kind of like maybe hit her head or got stomped on, and then another girl was bleeding out of her knee, and we had to ask for people's shirts to tie up her knee so it would stop bleeding.
Several USC freshman students say they were in or near the Russell House on the campus when people began screaming and running into where they were.
And for maybe 5 minutes, someone barricaded one of the doors with a huge fridge, and then all of a sudden people just start pushing us out, and we run and we go to women's squad. We're all in there. There's police in there. People are injured.
Other students were counting police coming in with guns, making sure they didn't have any weapons.
One guy had a shotgun and another guy had a rifle, and they were just like, they were escorting us out. Guns.
I feel like I could die in any moment, that someone with a gun can just come in at any moment, which is, I hope it won't happen again.
Again, many of the students I talk with on this campus today were freshmen just ending their first week of school. And while some applauded the Columbia Police Department for responding fast and making them feel safe, others say no matter what the response was, that they just don't feel safe anymore, and they just didn't even imagine that something like this could happen to them. We'll continue to keep you updated on air and online as we find out more information about exactly what took place here today. Live in Columbia, I'm Kiana Jordan. Watch Fox News, Local First.
Thank you, Kiana. Thank you, Friendy. Leaders around the state been sounding off all evening. Congresswoman Nancy Mace has a child there at USC who is going through this. Thanked law enforcement for their swift action, but adding that now might be the time to maybe have some conversations about what she calls hardened security at all schools and colleges and universities, saying students terrified right now, as we heard from some of them. And Attorney General Alan Wilson also blasting out that Carolina alert on X, urging everyone to stay safe, follow all instructions from public safety officials. Of course, we'll continue to update you with the very latest developments on this story and everything we cover for you each and every day here at Watch Fox News. When we know, you will know. We'll send that out to you through the Watch Fox News app. All you have to do is download that QR code right there, and you can always count on the website at WACH.com.